You walked into every room this weekend looking for something to organize. You moved things around. You found a bin that seemed like it would finally solve the drawer that never closes. You felt for a few hours like you were making progress. And then Monday came, and the drawer still didn't close, and the bin just became one more thing sitting on the floor waiting to find a home. That is not a system failing. That is something older, something quieter. Because some objects in your home don't just take up space on a shelf, they take up something in you. And until you look at them clearly, no bin, no label, no planner will be able to reach the root of what makes your home feel heavy. Imagine walking into your home at the end of a long day and feeling something other than your shoulders tensing. Imagine a space that didn't immediately hand you a mental list. No pile on the table catching your eye. No half-finished corner reminding you of something you never got to. Just quiet. Just your home. Doing what a home was always meant to do. Receive you. That is not a fantasy. It is possible. But it doesn't start with organization. It starts with understanding which objects are actually asking you to carry them. Emotionally, not physically. This video will walk you through those objects. And if you stay until the end, the last category is the one most people never even think to look at, and it tends to be the one holding the most weight. There is a concept in Japanese called mono no aware. Literally, it means something close to the pathos of things, a quiet recognition that objects like moments pass, that they were never meant to be permanent. When you live with that understanding, things begin to feel different. You stop gripping. You stop storing things as if holding on to them could hold on to a part of yourself. Mono no aware doesn't ask you to throw everything away. It asks you to look honestly at what you're still carrying and why. The first kind of object that makes a home feel heavy is the one that belongs to who you used to be. The guitar in the corner from a phase that passed years ago. The running shoes from the version of yourself that was going to become a runner. The craft supplies from the project that never quite started. These things are not clutter exactly. They are unresolved identity. Every time you walk past them, some part of you registers the distance between who you are and who you thought you would become. It is a small weight, but it accumulates. The invitation here is simple. Ask not, do I use this? But does this belong to who I actually am today? That is a very different question, and the answer tends to be honest. The second kind of object is the one you're keeping out of obligation. The gift you never liked but can't let go of because returning it felt wrong and releasing it feels like a small betrayal. The set of dishes from a relative. The decorative piece that has lived on the same shelf for 6 years because moving it would require explaining something to someone who may never even ask. These objects hold relational weight. They don't just occupy space. They occupy loyalty. And slowly, quietly, they turn your home into a museum of other people's expectations. What you deserve instead is a home that reflects your values, not one that manages other people's feelings. The third kind is subtler. It is the object you bought as a promise to yourself. The cookbook for the elaborate meals you were going to start making. The journal that is still mostly empty. The expensive skincare routine that sits on the bathroom counter as evidence of the self-care you intended to prioritize. These objects were purchased with hope. They represent the life you were reaching toward. But when you look at them every day and haven't moved closer to that life, they stop feeling like hope. They feel like proof. If you've been wanting to address this pattern at the level of your daily home life, not just with a single clear-out session but with a real ongoing system, there is something in the first pinned comment worth looking at. It is called the Peaceful Home Kit, and one of the tools inside is a guided letting go planner built on the Japanese Danshari philosophy, designed specifically to help you work through the emotional weight behind what you keep. It is not about getting rid of everything. It is about understanding why you are holding on. The fourth kind of object is what you might call the just-in-case collection. The extra cables without devices, the bags of bags. the instruction manuals for things you no longer own, the multiples, because you couldn't find the first one, so you bought another, and now you have 3. These objects accumulate quietly. They are not emotionally charged the way the others are, but they create a kind of visual noise that the mind registers constantly, even when you're not looking directly at them. Clutter doesn't have to be dramatic to be draining. It just has to exist. The 5th kind is the object that arrived as a solution and became part of the problem. The organizer that never got used quite right. The drawer divider that ended up housing more chaos than it sorted. The basket that was supposed to corral the entryway and instead became a pile with walls. These objects are not failures. They are evidence that organization is not a product you can buy. It is a practice you have to build. And building it requires understanding your actual daily rhythms, not the idealized version of your day that a product photo suggests. What this video has really been about is not objects. It is about the invisible agreements you've made with your space. Agreements to hold on, to feel guilty, to carry things you never chose to carry. The heaviness you feel in your home is real, but it is not permanent, and it is not a reflection of who you are. You are not a disorganized person. You are someone carrying objects that were never truly yours to carry. That distinction matters. Because the moment you see it clearly, the home starts to shift. Not from the outside in, but from the inside out. What you've been exploring in this video points towards something the Peaceful Home Kit was built to support. It is a complete practical system, not a course, not a collection of tips. Designed to remove decision fatigue from your home life entirely. Inside, the daily home assistant adapts to your real day, your energy, your time, what's already been done, and what's been left behind. No more standing in the middle of the room wondering where to start. There is also a financial planner based on the Japanese Kakebo method, which brings intention to spending, because many of the objects weighing down your home started with an unconscious purchase. And the 21-day challenge gently builds the kind of home habits that don't fall apart after one busy week. The result is not a perfect home. It is a home that finally feels like yours. You'll find the Peaceful Home Kit in the first pinned comment. Your home has been waiting to feel lighter. Now you know where to begin.